The class Reptilia, the first complete land vertebrates on the earth. Now we are going to discuss about these amazing animals that were evolved from the amphibians at the time of Carboniferous period. 250 to 66 million years ago they were evolved, but later in the Mesozoic era, approximately that was 252 million years ago, that was called as a golden age of reptiles, because many species of reptiles, that is called dinosaurs, were lived on this earth, from the biggest size to smallest size. Even carnivorous animal to omnivorous and the herbivorous animals, many species of animals, many types of dinosaurs were lived on this earth. That was called as a golden age of reptiles, and the dinosaurs were occupied many ecosystems on this earth. There is no place without occupying these dinosaurs on this earth at that period. However, in the Triassic period, all the dinosaurs were extinct on this earth due to the harsh environmental condition which was not suitable for them. Harsh conditions or environmental changes are common over 10 years or 100 years or 1000 years or 1 lakh years, or after year by years, many changes may take place in the environment. Either it may be availability of sunlight, it may be temperature, or it may be biological factor, or it may be chemical factors. What are the whatever it may be the factors changes common in the environment. The availability of nutrients, availability of biological factors may be changed. According to the changes took place in the environment, the animals are also have to be changed accordingly. If there is no change in the organisms, if there are no adaptations accordingly, the organisms will extinct. That is the evidence. Thus, evidences of dinosaurs. These dinosaurs were unable to tolerate the environmental conditions, changed environmental conditions. That's why they were extincted. But another important thing, what I am saying here is, dinosaurs were disappeared, but now the dinosaurs are living in the form of birds. The birds evolved from the dinosaurs while at the time of extinction of dinosaurs during that Triassic period. Now we will discuss about the general characters of reptiles. In these reptiles, where do they live? That is the habitat. Those are adapted to live in almost all types of environments or ecosystems, because they can live in dry deserts or grasslands or savannas, tropical regions or subtropical regions, even though tundras. They can live in almost all types of environment due to the special adaptations took place in their body. Body covering is keratinized epidermal scales or scutes located on the body, because reptiles can live on the dry places where the low amount of water is available. So they have to conserve the water in their body. The keratinized epidermal scales or scutes can protect the body from lossing. In the body organization, this is the general character. Triploblastic animal during the embryonic development after gastrulation, the three germ layers are formed: ectoderm and endoderm and mesoderm. From these three layers, all the organs are developed in the body in later embryonic development. The mesoderm is splitting. Actually, this mesoderm is forming from the endodermal cells, the gut cells. That's why it is calling as the enterocoelomata. And these organisms can show the bilateral symmetry. The organism can be divided into two exactly half or mirror images while it is cutting through the central axis. And the skeletal system is bony, and skull is typically diapsid. This is very important thing. This is diapsid skull. Here diapsid skull is two holes are there in the skull. With the help of this diapsid skull, the head can move forward or backward and in any directions very easily. This diapsid skull is very useful to catch the prey or to bite the other organisms. What do they eat? What do the reptiles eat? They eat, most of them are carnivorous animals. But while the dinosaurs, some dinosaurs were lived as the herbivorous animals and omnivorous animals also at that moment. Digestive system is completely developed. The digestive glands are also developed, liver, gallbladder and pancreas. Like all the digestive glands or enzyme secreting glands are also developed in these reptiles to digest the food material. Various types of food materials, polysaccharides, proteins, and the nucleic acids and lipids are also digested. Circulatory system is three-chambered heart only. Three-chambered heart. In the three-chambered heart, right auricle, left auricle, and only one ventricle is there. Actually, there is no skin respiration. But whereas in the amphibians, that was also three-chambered heart. But in these reptiles also, the heart is three-chambered heart. The right auricle can collect the blood from all parts of the body, that is deoxygenated blood. The left auricle can collect the blood from the lungs, that is completely oxygenated blood. These two types of bloods enter into the one ventricle while they are contracting, but in the ventricle some mixed blood is forming. Only some mixed blood is forming because the ventricle is partially divided like this. The ventricle is not completely divided but partially divided. From the left auricle, the oxygenated blood can reach to the left side. From the right auricle, the deoxygenated blood can reach to the right side of the ventricle. Here some amount of blood is mixing, that is called as the blood is mixed. But there is nothing problems are created from this mixed blood, because that can take more oxygen in frequent frequent breathing mechanisms. So here from this left side, the oxygenated blood can be transported to all parts of the body. From this right side, the deoxygenated blood can be transported to the lungs. But here the main thing is, although this is three-chambered heart, very few amount of mixed blood is forming that do not create any problems. So that is the respiratory organs are completely lungs, and these are ectothermic animals, are cold-blooded animals. Because they do not maintain their body temperature inside their body, there is no particular mechanism to maintain the constant temperature in their body. For example, in we are the mammals and as well as in the birds, the body temperature is constant, approximately that is 37 degrees Celsius temperature. For the proper enzymatic activity, this optimum temperature is required. Okay, however, we are maintaining this that much of temperature in our body to maintain to regulate the enzymatic reactions. But whereas in all non-chordates and all invertebrates, in fishes, amphibians and reptiles, those are cold-blooded animal, or ectothermic organisms, or stenothermic animals. They do not maintain the constant body temperature. Then how do the enzymatic reactions are taking place inside the body? How do the optimum level of temperature is available to run the metabolic activities or to run the enzymatic reactions in their body? They are depending on the environment for the suitable temperature. Can move towards the suitable place where the suitable or optimum level of temperature is available. And the excretion, here the main change is the metanephric kidney is developed, which is having a glomerulus or Malpighian tubules or Bowman's capsule. A nephron is developed, uric acid. But why they are excreting uric acid? Why not urea or ammonia? Because they are living in the dried places. Conservation of water is very important. The uric acid excretion is nothing but the conservation of water. Means to excrete the uric acid, very less amount of water is enough. But to excrete the ammonia, very huge amount of water is required. Not that much of water required to excrete the ammonia. We too require more amount of water to excrete the urea. But nervous system is highly developed. 12 pairs of cranial nerves are present in them, but only in the snakes 10 pairs of cranial nerves are present. Reproductive system is the dioecious, unisexual animals are there. Usually the internal fertilization is taking place. The male organism deposits sperm cells into the body of female organism. In the female organism's uterus, the eggs are developed. The laid eggs are actually amniotic eggs. More amount of food is available in them, because after laying eggs, the the developing embryo should take the food material from that stored yolk only. That has to be developed using that stored yolk completely. The special characters in them, amniotic egg is the special character, because till now, after the amphibians, the reptiles were evolved on this earth. Till now, the first amniotes are the reptiles. Yolk is more amount of yolk is stored in that amniotic egg. These are poikilothermic animals or cold-blooded animals. They can depend on the environment to regulate their enzymatic reactions in the body, where the optimum temperature is available. Scaly integument to prevent the loss of water from the body. Reptiles gave rise to birds and mammals in the evolution. That was a great thing, because here the reptiles are evolved from a labyrinthodont amphibians. Amphibians are evolved as the reptiles, but next evolution is one direction birds, another direction mammals. Mammals were not evolved from the birds. The reptiles were evolved as the birds. The reptiles are evolved as the mammals. Next, the poisonous glands are present. For example, in the snakes, they can deposit the poison in prey or in other enemies. Camouflage. Due to the presence of chromatophores in these snakes, the camouflage is very common in this chameleon, because the chromatophores can change the body color according to the environment color, to escape them from the enemies, and also to catch the prey perfectly. They can change their body color. That is called the camouflage, common in the chameleon. And brumation or dormancy, if the temperature, if the environmental conditions are harsh or not suitable, they can enter into the dormancy. Estivation or hibernation, in the summer season or in the winter season, they can enter into the burrows. They can spend more time in the burrows. When the suitable temperature is available, especially in the rainy season, they come out from the burrows. They can hunt for the prey and they can reproduce. Once again, in this table, we recapitulate the main characters of the reptiles. Skin is dried, keratinized, because they are living in almost dry places. So they have to prevent the loss of water. That's why they are excreting the uric acid, and that keratinized scales are also preventing the loss of water from their body. And respiration is only lungs, and 3-chambered heart is present, but only in the crocodiles, or 4-chambered heart is there. The crocodiles are linking animals, are evidences. Next, the mammals are evolving. The fertilization is internal normally in the body of female organism. They lay amniotic eggs, which are stored with more amount of yolk. The baby or young one which is growing as the embryo should use that yolk for the complete development. The excretory material is the uric acid. To excrete the uric acid, very less amount of water is enough. That's why in that way they are conserving the water. Reptiles are ancestors of birds and mammals. So these were successful animals first time on the land. They were diversified and evolved as many types of animals with many adaptations.